Are you an entertainer struggling to get booked? Here's the harsh truth. Being talented is not enough. Don't you worry, today I will share my top 7 essentials for you to be able to turn your passion into profit in no time. So with these strategies, you're gonna be able to stand out, you're gonna be able to land more high-paying gigs, and by doing so, taking better control of your career. Let's dig in. If we're just meeting like this, my name is Caroline Raven. I've been a full-time magician for the past 11 years. In my journey to becoming a full-time professional magician, working globally, I have ran into a couple of hurdles. I have done things right and I have done things horribly wrong. When I started out, I thought being good at my craft was all it took. Spoiler, it was not. I made mistakes like not having any promo material, having really outdated material, and taking every single gig that came my way, thinking it would lead to success. But when I got clear on my offers and built a solid foundation, that's when I really saw that my career was skyrocketing. So in this video, I'm gonna share 7 essentials that help me land gigs that I love and clients who value my work. So take notes, because trust me, this is going to change your career forever. So first of all, you do have to look the part. People are looking for professionals to work with, so double check your website. Does it look like it's from 2005? Should it belong there? How can you update that one? Maybe your promo photos are blurry, and if they are, you're sending the wrong message. And here's how we fix it. So first thing, we double check your website. Is it talking about you, or is it talking about the value you're providing for the client? Make sure you're having this literal game-changing switch when you're writing your copy, and you're gonna see a huge difference on the people that contact you. When it comes to your promotional material, make sure you are hiring a professional to take all of these photos for you. It can be expensive and pricey in the beginning, but there are ways around that, and I will mention a couple of ways to get them at a lower price and sometimes for free. Woohoo! Most people who are gonna book you are on social media platforms, meaning if they are interested in booking you, they might and possibly will Google you, and they will check your Instagram, your Facebook, your YouTube, whatever it is. Make sure they are a good representation of what you do and who you are and how you best can serve them. Last tip on this matter, Google yourself. Would you book you? Double check, and if you wouldn't, it's time for a big change. Keep this in mind. Your website is like your storefront. That's where you want to put your best material. Make it irresistible. Make sure your website has testimonials, but also is show real to really build an instant trust in the viewer. So your online presence should really reflect on the professionalism you bring to your performances. So next we have to be very clear about our offers. So let's write down some of these ideas. What is your product? When I'm creating something like this, I usually go with my business name, and that is my name, AB. Then start writing out all of your offers that you're currently having. In my case, that is a stage show, MC. Also writing like this, I feel like I could be a doctor. Am I right? What do you specialize in? What is the stage show? Is it a comedy show? Is it a comedy magic? Whatever it is, write it down so you have clear vision of what it actually is that you're offering. When I got started, I said yes to everything. I remember this one time I got to a gig in my suit, I was ready to perform, and there was a little bit of a missing communication because I showed up, they asked me if I needed somewhere to get dressed, and I looked down at myself, and then I looked up and I saw on the side there was a poster saying, "Welcome to the clown, Caroline Raven, who is gonna do some clowning for us." I do magic shows for adults. Right? This was not a match. I learned a lot in 3 minutes. So take it from me. Be clear with your offers. Make sure you have them written down. My core offers are 2 things really. It is the stage show. I prefer to do a 25-minute show. I think 25 minutes is perfect when it comes to a corporate dinner. Sometimes they ask for 40, sometimes they ask for 60, but I think after main course, doing a 25-minute set is the sweet spot for any magician really. And then the second main thing that I have is me as an MC. This is where I make the biggest chunk of my money every year. So write down every single thing that you're currently doing, circle in 2 or 3 of the things that you wrote down, and make sure that those are the ones you're putting to the front on your website, your social media, and when people are contacting you, so you know what it is you would love to pitch for them. Here is why clarity matters. When you are clear about your offers, potential clients, they will instantly know if you're a fit for them or not. It saves time for you, for them, and it positions you as a professional. Not all gigs are for you. Not all gigs are for me. And I learned that the hard way. Hashtag clown, too soon? Stop thinking about yourself as just an entertainer. Think about yourself as a solution for a problem that they're having. That's gonna keep you in a different category of entertainers. You're gonna be so much more professional if you make this one mindset shift. Which brings us to tip number 3. Price yourself with confidence. If I could give just one PSA right here, right now, that would be, do not try to guess how much money you can squeeze out of your client. That is not the way to do any sort of business at all. So set your prices once and for all. Actually, not once and for all. Do it a couple of times a year. Possibly change them accordingly. Anyways, set your prices based on your skill level and your expertise. Early in my career, my fees were, let's call them modest. But as I gained experience and refined my brand, I raised my fees quite a lot actually. But here is the key. Stick to your pricing and add value instead of trying to squeeze out more money. What does that mean? For example, if a client cannot max your fee, suggest ways for them to up the value for you instead. That could mean things like I mentioned before, getting photos, getting videos, getting testimonials. All of that stuff can be something that is hugely of value to you. Just hiring a photographer or a videographer for an event can be very expensive. And many of the big corporations, they're gonna have a photographer there already. So why not take advantage of this? If they cannot meet you at the level that you want to be, if the fee is too high for what they can offer at this time, consider how much those photos would be worth to you. And that's probably going to be the best thing you can do in that situation. So when negotiating and it comes to value, some of the things that you want to consider are testimonials, and you want to consider marketing material, longer contracts, and so on. When you stick to your rate and you do not talk your way out of it and being apologetic when you're talking about this, you're sending off a big message of confidence. This is what I'm worth. And that confidence is often what's gonna make them invest in you. Tip number 4, pitch your core offers first. When you present your offers to a client, make sure you are putting your best foot forward. So tell them what you think is the best thing for them. If it's the show, it's the close-up, it's the dancing, whatever this translates for you, but also make sure those are matching your core offers. In my case, emceeing and the 25-minute shows. Those are the things that I want to push for. Usually, what we're most passionate about is also where we're gonna be at our best. For me, that's emceeing and doing stage shows. So starting with my strongest offers, that builds trust and credibility to my clients. Remember that when you're sending out a pitch to a client, this is when you have the opportunity to position yourself as the perfect fit for their needs. Instead of highlighting who you are, what you want to do, how great the show is, highlight the value for them. Highlight the outcome of what it is like working with you. So instead of you saying, I'm gonna perform a magic show with this and this and this trick in it, say something like this. I create unforgettable moments that are gonna have your audience wow for months. Or I create unforgettable magical moments that captivate your audience and make your event shine. This is gonna be the thing that they're talking about for weeks, months, and years to come. If you're getting any value of this at all, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. On this channel, I help entertainers and small business owners with the business side of show business. Tip number 5, add value beyond the performance. Let's say someone hired you to do a summer party. You go there, you do a great job, you snap some pics. When you post these online, don't just say, I had a great time, and post them away. You can add value to them too. You can send them thank you messages. You can tag them on LinkedIn posts. You can tag them on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever it is that you want to share this material. This is gonna make you look good, but it's also gonna make the client look good. And if you make them look good, and also maybe even share this material on their LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and so on. Every time you're doing a gig, no matter if it's a stage show, MC gig, you're a singer, you're a dancer, whatever it is that you do, firefighter, I don't care what it is. Every single time after you've done something like this, there's a huge opportunity for you to be seen, get more gigs, and make sure you're getting referrals. Let's go back to your core offers for a second for tip number 6. Narrow your focus for a better client entertainer fit. Don't be afraid to say no to gigs you're not ready for or don't want to take on anymore. That's totally fine. Every time you're saying no to something, you're saying yes to something else. By really focusing in on the right clients, having direct marketing, you're gonna make sure that you are actually going into the life that you want to create for yourself. If you do not want to do kids' birthday parties anymore, that's totally fine. Say no thank you, but also then refer somebody else because that's a decent thing to do. What really had a big impact on my career was when I decided to only focus in on corporate events. I wanted to be the corporate magician in the country. That meant I had to add things to my show to make sure it's funny, it's engaging, and also make sure that I'm adding skills to my performances, such as emceeing. When you are clear with what you specialize in, word is gonna spread. And when you do great shows, people are gonna share it, they're gonna tag you, and they're gonna tell their friends. And here is a big one that I want you just to forget, because I know a lot of entertainers are stuck on,
I need to take all the gigs that I possibly can.
no. Here is a big secret for you guys. Specializing, I repeat, specializing does not limit your options. It amplifies them. When I started to focusing in on a niche, I became a trusted advisor and not just the entertainment that they brought in for an evening. So I found that they trusted me more, they paid me more, and they referred me more often. All of that is great, but the one thing that I really want you to take away from this is that I loved my job even more, which I didn't think was possible. And also being more specific is gonna make everything so much easier when it comes to creating your marketing plan. When you create text for your website, social media posts, LinkedIn posts, whatever it is, if you know exactly what it is that you offer, it's gonna be so much easier for you to actually write all the copy that you need to create. And even if you don't create it yourself and you're hiring somebody, even better, it's gonna be so much easier and save them so much time to create the things that you need them to create for you. So when you have all of this set in place, you know how to talk to event planners, you know how to write cold emails, you know how to talk to trade show organizers, whatever it is that you are focusing on. If you have all of this nailed down, that's how you do it. So here's an exercise for you. Think about your favorite types of gigs and ask yourself, how can I double down on these and build a brand that's synonymous with excellence in this area? Before I jump into the last and final essential key to this, I want to mention that I do coach other entertainers in this entire system that I'm talking about. If you really want to make sure you're taking your business more seriously and really taking it into the next level and would like my expert advice on this, there is a waiting list link in the description below. And with that said, let's move on to tip number 7. I want you to constantly refine your offers. So your career evolves, and so should you. Take the time once a year, possibly twice a year, to go through your services and your price list. Ask yourself, what is working, what needs to change, and what do I enjoy the most? This will help you stay ahead of all the competition and keep your business growing. And that's all we want. Ask your clients for testimonials. Ask them what was their favorite thing about working with you. Ask them about the favorite part of the show. Their insights can really help you shape and refine your services for the future. So which of these tips will you be implementing first? Let me know in the comments. And if you're ready to take your career to the next level, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, make sure you're turning on the bells so you get notifications when the next video comes out. And just a reminder about the waitlist, it's down below in the description. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.